You were diagnosed with cerebral palsy as an infant. Share this journey with us, please.
I was diagnosed when I was 1 or 2. When my parents took me to different doctors, different orthopedists, they wanted to do surgery because with cerebral palsy, there's spasticity, and 80% of cerebral palsy patients have spasticity, and that's the type I had,
Mm.
spastic cerebral palsy. Now, this would have reduced my spasticity, but it also would have left me in a wheelchair. And fortunately, my father was a physician. So he didn't want to hear this. So they shopped around and they looked at all different physicians, and they found this great physician at the Hospital for Special Surgery named Leon Root, who was recently the president of the Cerebral Palsy Association. He was a pediatric orthopedist, and he believed that I could work this out through lifestyle modification. This was about 1971.
Wow.
Right,
This guy is
right.
like light years ahead of most people.
Right. It was light years ahead of most people. However, it didn't involve nutrition. It involved more focused on exercise. What would happen with me in the meantime was every time I took 3 steps, I would fall on my face. And so I learned to pick myself up. And it
Okay.
was a big motivator because every time I walked, I would fall, or every time I run, I'd fall every 3 steps or so.
Aw.
And I wore a brace all the way up to my hip. That was really motivating to do what I needed to do, and that was focus on the physical rehab.
Mhm.
So luckily, through years of physical rehab, I don't need the brace, and my foot used to be turned in on my right side about 90 degrees, and my right arm was about 90 degrees bent, and my right hand, I couldn't really use the dexterity. And so I always wondered why I wasn't able to take piano lessons. And the
Mhm.
reason was I didn't have the dexterity in my right hand. So this to me was a motivator. And
Mhm.
I wanted to be like everybody else. And then when I got to the point where I was like everybody else, I knew I could keep going. And
Mhm.
I give a lot of credit to my parents, and I give a lot of credit to Leon Root, Dr. Root at the Hospital for Special Surgery.
Do you still have any symptoms today?
Well, I'll always have some symptoms, and it's always a reminder. I still have a limp. And so
Uh,
when I get tired, I limp more than when I'm not. But now people ask me, "Oh, did you hurt your leg?" They don't have any idea that I
of the
have cerebral
journey.
palsy.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the gym, people ask me, "What supplements are you taking? Because you're really well defined." And I have to laugh because I think to myself, I'm just a scrawny guy who was suffering from cerebral palsy. It was just an amazing feeling because you see that people admire
Notice.
what I do and they
Notice.
have no idea.
Has this childhood experience, what have you taken away from this?
Well, I've taken away that when you fall, you just get back up and you keep thinking positive, productive thoughts. And any frustration you have, you channel it into something that creates some great things. My course to become a doctor came from my influence from my father, from Dr. Leon Root. I mean, this whole thing, this experience really influenced me to become a doctor. So if it weren't for them, I don't think I would have been able to do this. So this is sort of organic for me, and this is my way of paying it forward.
Mhm.